eDoctrina does not have an option for test corrections when students take an assessment on the platform, but you can use reports creatively as a workaround for this if you want to have students be able to do test corrections for a better grade. So I have this assessment selected here and a student who's already taken this assessment. So if I wanted to include student feedback for the student based on their answers, I could go into grade student responses. And I've actually already done that for this example. But what I want to do is I want to print a report that has the question text, the student's answer, and an indication of whether that was right or not. And I would just give this to students to do test corrections on the paper or use as a reference, and I could reassign the assessment on eDoctrina. So what I would do is I would go to individual student report, and I would change the format from standards, which is the default, to question text or learning AFL, which would give students some space to reflect as well. And then I want to make sure that I include teacher comments if I provided any feedback to the student. And I want to hide correct answers because I want students to be able to do test corrections. So I'm going to run that report. And I'm going to see the question, every question from the assessment, the answer choices, and the student's choice that they made, and an indication of whether that was right or not. So for question 1, the student chose the right answer. Here are my feedback at the bottom here, you can see as well. Question 2, the student can see that they made the wrong choice, but it doesn't indicate what the right choice was, so they can use this to do their test corrections. And again, they could use this as a reference to go back and do it if you reassign it on eDoctrina, or they could just do test corrections on this printed paper. So that's a way that you can get around eDoctrina's lack of a test correction option.